Tom Brady, the name synonymous with greatness. 7 Super Bowl rings, 3 MVP awards, and countless records. But back in the spring of 2000, he wasn't seen as the GOAT. He wasn't even seen as good enough to be drafted early. Brady was taken with the 199th overall pick in the 6th round, a pick that almost didn't happen. To make it worse for the doubters, 6 quarterbacks were selected ahead of him in the draft. Teams saw bigger arms, faster legs, and pro-ready players in these quarterbacks. And Brady? He was just a skinny guy out of Michigan who ran the 40-yard dash in 5.28 seconds. Today, we're diving deep into these 6 quarterbacks. Who were they? Why did they go before Brady? And what happened to their NFL careers? It's a story of promise, disappointment, and the rise of the ultimate underdog. Number 1, Chad Pennington, drafted with the 18th overall pick in the 1st round by the New York Jets. The first quarterback taken in the 2000 NFL Draft, Pennington, smart, accurate passer from Marshall University. At Marshall, Pennington lit up the stat sheet, throwing for over 4,000 yards and 37 touchdowns in his senior season. Scouts loved his poise, football IQ, and ability to run a pro-style offense. He was seen as the perfect quarterback for the New York Jets. Pennington's NFL career started with promise. After sitting for 2 seasons, he became the Jets starter in 2002, leading them to the playoffs. Pennington's accuracy was elite. He led the league in completion percentage twice and became known as a cerebral quarterback who could execute a game plan with precision. Pennington had a long life in the NFL. He played for 11 seasons and had over 17,800 yards with 102 touchdowns and had a good completion percentage of 66%. But Pennington's career was also defined by injuries. A torn rotator cuff silenced him multiple times, and he was never able to stay healthy enough to reach his full potential. Despite his injury struggles, he managed to win NFL Comeback Player of the Year twice, a testament to his determination. While Pennington was solid, his ceiling was far below that of Tom Brady. By the time Pennington was fighting for playoff wins, Brady was already hoisting his first Lombardi trophy. Pennington's story is one of what could have been, while Brady's is a story of overcoming every obstacle. Number 2, Giovanni Kazi. With the 65th overall pick, the San Francisco 49ers drafted Giovanni Kazi out of Hofstra University. Kazi had size, mobility, and the kind of arm strength that intrigued scouts. Playing at Hofstra, a smaller program, meant he flew under the radar, but the 49ers saw him as a potential hero to Steve Young. Unfortunately, Kazi's NFL career never got off the ground. Despite his physical tools, he struggled to adapt to the speed and complexity of the NFL. Kazi spent 2 years in the 49ers roster, but never played a regular season snap. He briefly appeared in NFL Europe, but failed to find success there as well. While Kazi was bouncing around NFL practice squads, Brady was busy leading the Patriots to the Super Bowl. The player the 49ers passed on for Kazi became the very quarterback they would need years later to rebuild their dynasty. Kazi eventually left football altogether and shifted his focus to yoga and holistic health. He now lives a quiet life away from the spotlight. It's a stark contrast to a man drafted 134 picks after him, who is celebrated as the NFL's greatest of all time. Number 3, Chris Redmond, drafted 75th overall in the 3rd round by the Baltimore Ravens. Chris Redmond was drafted 75th overall by the Ravens. Coming out of Louisville, Redmond was a college football superstar. Over his career, he threw for over 12,000 yards and 84 touchdowns, earning him a spot amongst the NCAA's all-time passing leaders. The Ravens hoped Redmond would eventually succeed Trent Dilfer, but his NFL career started slowly. He played sparingly in Baltimore and never solidified himself as a consistent starter. By the mid-2000s, Redmond was out of the league entirely before making a brief comeback with the Atlanta Falcons. Throughout his NFL career, he played for 7 seasons, passing for just under 3,500 yards, and he threw for 21 total touchdowns. Although Redmond had a few decent moments as a backup, his career was largely forgettable. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4 being T. Martin, drafted with the 163rd pick in the 5th round by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Martin entered the 2000 draft with an impressive resume. As a quarterback of the Tennessee Volunteers, he led the team to an undefeated season and a national championship in 1998. Teams saw him as a winner, someone who could bring leadership and experience to an NFL locker room. Drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 5th round, Martin never had a chance to shine in the NFL. He appeared in just 3 games as the backup and didn't throw a single pass. After brief stints in NFL Europe and the Canadian Football League, Martin transitioned into coaching. Today, T. Martin is one of the most respected quarterback coaches in football. He's worked with college programs and NFL teams, passing his knowledge to the next generation of players. While his playing career didn't pan out, Martin found a way to stay connected to the game. Number 5, Mark Bulger, drafted 168th overall in the 6th round by the New Orleans Saints. Drafted 31 picks before Tom Brady, Mark Bulger had one of the most successful careers among the 6 quarterbacks taken ahead of him. After failing to make the Saints roster, Bulger found a home with the St. Louis Rams in the early 2000s. Bulger stepped in for an injured Kurt Warner and quickly became one of the league's most efficient passers. He threw for over 22,000 yards, had 122 touchdowns, and also had 2 Pro Bowl appearances. Bulger had a solid NFL career, earning 2 Pro Bowl selections, leading the Rams to playoff appearances. However, injuries and team struggles eventually caught up with him, and he retired in 2011. While Bulger was impressive at times, his career didn't have the longevity or impact of Tom Brady's. The Rams were left chasing their next quarterback while Brady built an unmatched dynasty in New England. Lastly, we have number 6 Spurgeon Wynn, drafted with the 183rd pick in the 6th round by the Cleveland Browns. The final quarterback selected before Brady was Wynn, taken 183rd overall. Wynn's college career at Texas State didn't stand out statistically, but his size and raw arm strength intrigued scouts. Wynn played just 3 games in the NFL, throwing for 585 yards and 1 touchdown. His NFL journey was short-lived, and he soon transitioned out of the leagues entirely. Wynn's career ended in obscurity, while Brady's story became the stuff of legends. The difference between the 2 careers is a reminder of how unpredictable the NFL draft can be. Now, finally, with the 199th overall pick in the 2000 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots selected a future legend, Tom Brady. Tom Brady's legacy is unparalleled in the history of the NFL. Drafted 199th overall, he turned every doubter into a believer with an awe-inspiring career that spanned over 2 decades. Brady played in a record 10 Super Bowls, winning 7 of them, more than any single NFL franchise. He finished his career with 89,214 passing yards, 649 touchdowns, and a remarkable 251-82 win-loss record as a starting quarterback. He also won 3 league MVP awards, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, and holds countless NFL records, including most career passing touchdowns, most playoff wins, and most career completions. Beyond the stats, Brady's legacy lies in his ability to perform under pressure, from the iconic comeback against the Falcons to the Super Bowl, to his ability to adapt to new teams and systems. Brady showed the NFL what greatness truly looks like. He wasn't just a winner, he was a leader, a competitor, and a relentless force who inspired his teammates and frustrated his opponents. Today, Brady is universally recognized as the greatest quarterback of all time, proving that heart, intelligence, and dedication can outshine raw talent. He's not just a player, he's a symbol of what's possible when you bet on yourself. The 6 quarterbacks drafted before Tom Brady all had promise, but none of them came close to achieving what the 199th pick did. Tom Brady's journey is a testament to his power of hard work, resilience, and an unshakable belief in oneself. Let us know in the comments, how did the NFL miss so badly on Tom Brady? And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into stories like this. Have a good one.